Ever looked at your salad and thought, wow, this is healthy, but have you ever wondered where all these delicious ingredients actually came from? The story behind your salad bowl is way more exciting than you think. It's a globe-trotting adventure thousands of years in the making. Oh, let's start with the star of the show, lettuce. You might picture it growing in a sunny field in California, but its origins are far more ancient. We're talking ancient Egypt, over 4,500 years ago. The Egyptians didn't just eat lettuce, they considered it a sacred plant. They even dedicated it to Min, their god of fertility. So next time you're crunching on a romaine leaf, remember you're eating something fit for a pharaoh. From Egypt, lettuce traveled with the Romans, who were obsessed with it. They believed it helped them get a good night's sleep. The name lettuce even comes from the Latin word lac, meaning milk, because of the milky white sap in the stem. Okay, what about tomatoes? The Italians are famous for them, right? Well, plot twist. Tomatoes are actually from the Americas, specifically the Andes Mountains in what is now Peru and Ecuador. For centuries, Europeans were actually scared of them. They called them poison apples because they belonged to the nightshade family, which has some genuinely toxic members. It took a long time for people to realize that the juicy red fruit was perfectly safe and delicious. Can you imagine a world without tomato sauce or cherry tomatoes in your salad? It was a dark time. Next up, the humble cucumber. You'd think it's just a simple, watery vegetable, but it has a surprisingly rich history. Cucumbers originated in India over 3,000 years ago. They made their way to ancient Rome, where Emperor Tiberius supposedly demanded to have them on his table every single day of the year. His gardeners had to invent a primitive form of greenhouse using carts they could roll into the sun to make sure he always had his supply. Talk about a dedicated customer. And what's a salad without a little crunch? Let's talk about croutons. This isn't an ancient story, but a clever one. Croutons are basically a way to use up stale bread. The French, being masters of not wasting anything delicious, came up with the idea of rebaking old bread with oil and herbs. The word crouton comes from the French croûte, which means crust. So, those crunchy little cubes are a tasty lesson in sustainability. Finally, the dressing that brings it all together. The Babylonians were mixing oil and vinegar to dress their greens 2,000 years ago. The concept of salad dressing is ancient, but modern creamy dressings, like ranch, have a much more recent story. Ranch dressing was invented in the 1950s by a plumber turned cowboy named Steve Henson at his dude ranch. Called Hidden Valley Ranch, yep, that one. It became so popular with his guests that he started selling it, and the rest is history. So, the next time you sit down to a salad, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey in your bowl. You're tasting history from ancient Egypt, the Andes Mountains, India, and even a Californian dude ranch. It's not just a healthy meal. It's a story of exploration, fear, innovation, and flavor that has traveled across the globe to land on your plate. Pretty cool, right? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tasty trip through time, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more surprising stories behind the food we eat every day. See you in the next one.